even the software will become less and less written by humans and more written by AI. And we've been able to be at the forefront of that in a way that I think we see the future where, it's kind of crazy how fast it's accelerating. Like even in the last month, like I've been personally like rapidly rewiring all our systems to move way faster with AI, right? So it's not, I think a lot of people kind of see the cursor level of like, okay, I chat with an AI, it makes some changes. I chat with an AI, it makes some changes. But there's several levels in this sort of like getting more and more agentic that you have to climb. And I think we've climbed pretty far.
As an organization.
Yeah. So let me paint you a picture of what that looks like. And then you understand like what the team's required to execute on that.
Yeah. Because the talent density required for this is
much higher.
Really high.
Yeah. Because in the past you have people where you're like, here's this feature. Let me hand you off this feature and implement it. Right. And like AI can do that. So where it becomes is actually like, instead of just handing off features or development, what you do is, each individual is actually like a PM engineering manager in one, and they're writing specs, right? So like they're writing, this is what I do. I have like the most commits and PRs in our entire organization because I'm just doing this so rapidly. So you make like an entire spec of like, what should this look like? What are the objectives? And you have a conversation and you sort of like co-design and get it super clear. And then you hand off to an AI engineer and just let it work for a couple hours. And you have the right systems in place, the right company infrastructure that works. You can't just do that out of the box because what you need is you need really good AI native testing infrastructure. You need good AI native like product planning, tracking infrastructure. You need, really good code review processes that catch the AI in a way that minimizes how much humans need, because these AIs are going to create so much more code. If you're bottlenecked by humans reviewing every line, it's not going to work anymore, right? So you have to figure out, how do you optimize this pipeline? The other thing that we've done is using AI to parse all the human feedback. So in our game, we have ways for users to submit feedback and have their game state. And in the past, it's like we see we look at a few feedback IDs here and there as there's clear bugs, but we don't read the vast majority of that. But now AI can read 1,000 feedback IDs in 2 minutes, and it can triage the top 10 issues for me. And then I can say, go do a deep dive on those. And it can load every single feedback ID, it can inspect the game state, it can read the code, it can deliver a clear, concise explanation of the problem. And then I can take that and deliver to an AI engineer. So you start to see how you can start to close this gap, right? It's like human feedback leads to AI development, leads to PRs that get reviewed by AI. And then, one of the things we've also built is like preview deployments where, you can create a PR and immediately have a link that anyone can test, right? So it's like the AI creates something, you review the link, you test it. So like there's all these things you have to do to build your infrastructure, to grease the wheels, to make this flywheel of like feedback and design insights into implementation, make it as fast as possible. And eventually you get to this level where, less and less humans are needed on the low level, and you're just providing the vision and strategy and maybe the like high level project direction. And so
each employee is doing that.
Yeah. So that's where you need a different type of team, right?
So they have to be extremely high agency,
extremely high product judgment. You want people that are obsessive. They have to be really good systems thinkers because they have to understand how all the systems connect to each other to create these like architecture or like strategy specs. They have to be, really curious and adaptable to constantly adapt to how things are changing. So
they have to be very comfortable with speed.
Yeah, very comfortable with speed. So we find that like, our last set of hires, like half have been ex-founders, right? Or almost ex-founders, right? Like, maybe they didn't start a company, but they did a GitHub project on their own that got like 3,000 stars, right? So it's like, these are the types of, talent that we're getting. It's a combination of that. And then also, sometimes there are these like young, cracked AI native folks who have such a high learning rate that they can keep up with like the pace, and they're able to learn how to leverage and wield AI so effectively that they can climb that ladder to have the judgment needed much quicker than other people. So it's a very highly talent dense team. And you need to make sure they have the right traits, because it becomes less about knowledge. I think in the past we hired a lot of people for their knowledge, and more the knowledge, there's some specialized knowledge AI can't capture, but AI's got a lot of knowledge. Like there are many areas AI is much more knowledgeable than I am. And so what matters is like really great product judgment and taste, really great agency, this obsession to drive things forward, right? Where, you're so obsessed on building a great product that you're just like, you stay up till you know, you go from 7 to 10. Not that we expect that. I don't expect people to like doing crazy hours, but I and like several people do it naturally just because it's so fun, right? It's so fun to just like build compelling products. It's its own game that becomes very compelling.